Good afternoon, folks. I finally get to keep it for 3 hours. I'll first take it for a test drive, then I'll turn on the camera and share all the insights with you. After that, we'll move on to check out the new Zeekr 001. So, sit back, relax, let's go. Alright, so, this car has absolutely smashed all our team's pre-order records. It even beat the Gilevich.eng bestseller, so some hardcore noise isolation fans might feel a bit of pain right now. The soundproofing is like in the Li 9, maybe even a bit worse. I understand it has a 2-liter turbo engine with 276 horses, and that's just part of its powerful hybrid system. Accordingly, I've got no questions about the price. We're in the Ultra version without the stabilizer at 48 volts. Stabilizers will be available only at the end of the year, while the Hyper version will be ready for testing next year. By the way, I'd be more than happy to do a comparison with one of the Germans. The combustion engine is the same across all versions. The Ultra has 2 electric motors, the Hyper has 3. The total power of the Ultra is 1170 horsepower, with acceleration of 3.9 seconds. The Hyper has 1650 horsepower, with acceleration of 3.0 seconds. It's a parallel hybrid, with the internal combustion engine pushing the car, and it can reach a maximum speed of 240 kilometers per hour. The hybrid battery is 70 kilowatt hours, something most global automakers except the Chinese couldn't even dream of. In summer, it goes about 300 kilometers in the city on a single charge, according to CLTC, if you drive calmly. Moving on, the Gilevich.eng L9 is a bit softer, more floaty, but it bottoms out if you hit something serious. I tested this one in the right spot. No such issue here. It takes the hit. The suspension is a bit firmer and sturdier. At the same time, I wouldn't call it stiff. It's perfectly fine for everyday driving. In handling, it's slightly better than the Gilevich.eng, even without a stabilizer. And when it comes to performance, it's on a completely different level. Great steering feedback. Denza N9 is dynamic too, but the steering feel is poorer there. I'd say it's cheaper since the Chinese can do it all now. If they can't do something, they buy from those who can. If they don't give it, they are definitely saving. The excellent steering in Yangwang indicates that BYD can do it all. It's just that Denza doesn't provide it at that price. I really enjoy how it drives. Even in sport mode, it's still not too stiff, and it doesn't dive much under braking or squat during acceleration. You feel like you're sitting 10 centimeters higher than in Li 9. The interior is roomier, and the car feels larger and more spacious. In Li 9, the softest suspension mode is when it's at its lowest. It gives you the feeling of being in a high-riding wagon. Here, the softest setting is when the suspension is at the medium height. And because it's taller than the Li 9, so you sit higher. The regenerative braking is perfect, exactly what the doctor ordered. You can easily drive with just one pedal. In the last video where I compared the Xiaomi to the Macan, I gave my end of 2025 rating at the end. So now I would say this. In this class, I would choose the 9X over the Huawei M9. The only complaint I have is that I would like more sound insulation. In general, the performance of this car is what impresses me the most. Right here we've got a car with a light tan or beige interior, and I liked it. I saw it live for the first time. I'm usually not a big fan of interior colors like this. Or maybe it's just that with age, I've started to actually prefer it. Same as in the Gilevich.eng Mega. You can shut the door hard, but it won't make a loud thud because there's a stopper built in. When it comes to interior impressions, it's an extremely luxurious car for its price. Extremely luxurious. You won't find anything like this in Europe for $200,000. For this price, it's punching way above its weight. The suspension is still the same. Double wishbone in front, multi-link in back, double air suspension. They added more horsepower. Now it's 920. Acceleration is 2.8 to 100. Top speed is 280 kilometers per hour. The auto door remains. I see it has double glazing now. The back has it too. All seats are Nappa leather. Front has massage, ventilation, heating. Back has massage, ventilation, heating. I can't quite remember how it used to be, but something tells me they changed the seat design. Today, I asked the manager how often tall people come in, and whether you hear them complaining that there isn't enough space in this Zeekr, and whether you report this to management. He replied that yes, they do complain, and we do report it. And yet, zero reaction. I mean, it's the third facelift already, the third one. They still haven't given the steering column more reach. It's stayed exactly the same. If I sit up straight, I just barely fit. But if I want to sit the way I actually like, which means dropping down a bit more, I need to move closer, you see? But I can't. My knee is already hitting the dashboard. I don't get why. Why they ignored this. I'm fine with having a shorter seat cushion, or even dropping the extension function altogether, like in the Xiaomi L7. But give me 5 more centimeters of steering wheel reach. They changed the materials a bit. It didn't get any worse, just a bit different. Some people might even prefer it this way. This top part used to be leatherette, and really high quality. Now it's something like suede. It's a mix of Alcantara and suede, and I like this material more. The same material is at the bottom too. Inside, the leatherette is soft to the touch. Everything here is fully covered, and 28 speakers of their own production. Everything here is still wrapped in leatherette Nappa. It's all great, smooth and pleasant to the touch. Even down here, everything's covered. I haven't felt any plastic so far. 2 wireless charging spots with ventilation. Alcantara here too. This button controls the sound, on, off, and volume. Still proper physical buttons here. This opens the glove box, and you can set a passcode. You can bind some functions, hazard lights, defogger. The design is the same as before. I can't quite remember if it moves. I think it used to just rotate towards you, but now it extends a bit and then rotates. I don't know. Can you see? No? Let's try to the right. Maybe it will be clearer on camera. I believe it extends a little more. This is an incredibly cool feature for anyone who loves that fighter jet cockpit vibe. You can turn it, creating your own office space. Chinese manufacturers have pushed ergonomics to a whole new level, one the Germans can't match right now. The Chinese avoid pressing buttons. They aren't even aware of their position. They talk to the car. This is the absolute top of ergonomics. You don't even care how the buttons are laid out, whether you can reach them or how well it's all designed. None of that matters anymore. You're talking to the car like it's a person. It gets it right away. I'm driving, and this yellow ambient lighting is really starting to annoy me.
氛围灯调成蓝色。
好的，氛围灯颜色。
Magic. You don't have to touch anything. Doesn't matter what you can reach or not. You just speak, and the car takes care of it. That's how the whole thing works. Every function, every system, it's all voice controlled. I drove a BMW 7 Series recently. It's just disappointing. It fails to recognize every third command. It just doesn't hear them. My English is definitely superior to my Chinese, no doubt about it. I speak clearer and have a bigger vocabulary. It's a total letdown, yes. In German cars, the voice assistant is a complete disappointment. You still have to poke those buttons and get sidetracked by them. Well, in about 10 to 15 years, by the time the others finally catch up to Chinese ergonomics, these guys will probably be diving underwater, running on solid-state batteries, and maybe even flying their cars. I've got speakers right here. When I'm on the phone, only I can hear the conversation. The navigation prompts come through here too. The display quality is either at its peak or very close. The chip is fast, no issues. English language is available here. So, perfume, where's my fragrance? All right, I have it. It's just not plugged in here. Second row. All right, got it. This screen also has a cool picture. It's got a projector on the windshield. You can pull up the map. You see it? Look, there are cameras. Nice. Well, I sat up straight because otherwise I wouldn't fit. And we go back. Two. There's one above my head. This is Alcantara. Can I open it? I guess not. It's a fairly sturdy structure. You can adjust the seat back. Right now it's all the way back. In the Xiaomi SU7, you can lean back more. I'd definitely go on a long trip sitting here too. Compared to the Xiaomi though, you can recline more over there. There's also a hook here. Speaker. This is a touch-sensitive button. Air vents. Everything around is wrapped. There's plastic only down at the bottom. And the back of the seats, that's suede too. There are 2 charging ports down below, and a screen where you can control the car and watch content. I actually complained recently that the Macan didn't have any ports back here. And I have to criticize this setup too. Sure, you can watch content. And the screen is basically the same as in a Tesla. Same size and everything. It's probably fine for a kid. But for me, as an adult, looking down to watch something just isn't comfortable. So yeah, I'll complain here as well. The only reason I can't go too hard on it is because at least they gave us something. But ideally, there should have been extra ports where I could plug in a tablet. In my opinion, that's a clear oversight. The ceiling is all Alcantara. This is their starry sky. It's magnetic, with a light. It's the same there. On the right side of the second row, they really respected the passenger. I'd say this spot is made for the mother-in-law. There's a button right here, just press it. I'm sliding back. Okay. At least it's something. No zero gravity. I can adjust the footrest here. It offers standard configurations, but you can easily adjust everything to your personal preference. You also get control over the front seat adjustments. It's small, but the picture quality is very good. There's some content here. Video, music, climate control, seat control. This car doesn't have a button to open the hood, and you can't open it by voice. That's also a flaw, because for this price, it should have one. All by hand. Certain brands have spoiled us with this feature, such as Xiaomi or Neo. I see a flaw here, but here, unlike in the Xiaomi SU7, you've got an automatic door. And the wheels are bigger here, 22 inches. The brake discs there are perforated as well. Let's check out the trunk. Yes, people love it. They love it for its large trunk. Someone's sitting there. And yeah, just like in the Macan. They could have put buttons here, but instead, you have to fold seats by hand. There's no 220 outlet in Xiaomi, but there is here. You can't adjust the suspension in Xiaomi with a button, but you can here. As you may have noticed, the side mirrors have a carbon-style design. Cattle provided their latest battery. It's called the Golden Battery. It's rated at 12C and runs on 900 volts. Charging from 10 to 80% takes just 7 minutes. The dual motor version offers a range of 700 kilometers. The single motor, 800 kilometers. The price of this car in full trim is $48,000. That's $10,000 less than the Xiaomi. As soon as it becomes available for a test drive, I'll definitely be back to test it out. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves and your loved ones. See you next time.